was that if you go to our website, you can also find what to expect when you're being inspected checklists. We've also developed that together. Thank you, Lillian. We've worked with SBS and with DOT and with DOH and SLA so that it's in the layman's, plain English checklist, and we update it on a regular basis. The other thing I wanted to share that I think will be very helpful for the reopening, and has been helpful now, is a new program that we created called Mend NYC, which is, I think, as many business owners will know, most enforcement is complaint driven. And most complaints comes because of the neighbor upstairs or across the street who is calling 311 when they feel like there's a disturbance, and not necessarily calling the venue. And it takes a long time for the venue to even know that something's wrong, and by then you have the police at your door and things have already escalated unnecessarily. So what we did was we created a brand new program called Mend NYC, which is a free mediation program. It's meant to be before enforcement is necessary. And actually, if you go to the 311 website or the app or on the phone, they will offer you, it says complain or mediate. And what it does is it brings the residents and the venue together on Zoom now, so you don't even have to be in the same room, to communicate and compromise and exchange phone numbers and to develop a relationship so that the next time there's sound, and we know that there will be sound again, that they can call each other directly and resolve their issues directly. And we have found that has been a missing link in the complaint process, and also helps to de-escalate and minimize really unnecessary enforcement. Enforcement is there if needed, if a venue really doesn't care, or if a resident is really, going extra with the calls. It goes in both ways, right? So Mend NYC, and also I should mention, we do it in partnership with Oath, another agency, and it's the Office of Arbitration Trials and Hearings, which I think every business owner knows. That's where you go to pay your tickets. And they have a Center for Creative Conflict Resolution. So it doesn't even have anything to do with the arbitration. And there's free neutral mediators to help. And we work with partners in the community boards. We get referrals through the community boards. You guys hear it first, right? You guys know where the chronic complaints are. You know who that one neighbor is. You know that one venue that's having an issue. So you should see Mend and see the Office of Nightlife as a partner, because we also will help to reach out to the venue for you and with you and try to reinforce them into compliance rather than enforce them, is what we like to say. And also, I just want to share with all the business owners that, much like small business services, you're also able to reach out to the Office of Nightlife if you're having issues with Department of Buildings or Health, or you're having a permitting issue, or you can't seem to get a hold of that person. We developed a MASH approach, which is a multi-agency support for hospitality. So not only are we helping with the macro problems of the industry, but we also help on a micro level and help individuals when needed.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for that. Seriously, I didn't even know half of that was available. You guys have any questions for Ariel?
I hope Tanya knows this is available. This is really cool, man. Mend. I mean,
I'm looking at it right now. You were
right?
saying it and I was looking it up. It sounds really neat.
This is also something, I mean, I hate to, keep using up all y'all's time, but this is also something you should bring to the general meeting. Like, because every general meeting, board members want to bring up, the sound violations and things like that. And, they're warranted for sure. But I don't think anyone knows about this service right now. And I think it could be a huge game changer in our community. Huge.
Yes. It will get overused. I'll tell you that.
It'll definitely get overused.
We have the bandwidth, right?
Wow.
Because it's literally 5 boroughs citywide. The mayor himself launched the program with us. We have I wouldn't say unlimited, but there's enough mediators to be able to help. And I think what's really important is to really understand that we're going into the spring, summer months.
Yeah.
The majority of hospitality and socialization is going to be outside. We are all trying to make the outdoor dining program permanent, which is going to bring so much vitality and culture and excitement. We want to make sure that we're figuring out how to coexist in this new world and to have mutual respect, have space for each other, and to know how to communicate and complain to each other without having to really overburden the business with fines and summonses and stipulations and revocations, when it's really all about a conversation and saying, could you please turn it down, and being able to mutually respect each other, right? These residents need to understand that businesses need to get back on their feet, because that's what's going to get the city back on its feet, right? We have to also know that we also have to make sacrifices right now. And maybe it's a little louder this summer, but it'll get us at least to the winter.
You should bring that message to the general board meeting too, but with that one, they'll bring a shield.
Please bring that to the
I'll
general.
say I served on Community Board 3 in Manhattan,
Oh,
7 years on the liquor licensing committee.
whoa.
And I owned a bar for 10 years in the East Village. So
Whoa.
So she's
I'm
ready.
prepared.
You know,
I'm
you
prepared
know.
for
She's ready. She's ready.
Something
Okay.
I would like to add to you guys, like to community board and the business committee, you guys should try to share this on your website, on mailing list, if you have it, because that's the biggest challenge city has. The resources are there, but we need to spread the word. So that's what you guys need to step in.
yes.
Ariel, what's hookah gonna look like post, COVID?
Well, there's, I guess smoking hookah outside has been an issue, right? With the Department of Health. COVID is a respiratory virus, and people are wearing masks. And I think, hopefully it'll just go back to the way it was, right? I mean, people will go back inside, and those that have the licenses and permits to do so will be able to do so. I know there was an effort to put it outside when nobody was allowed back inside, and the Department of Health, I don't think really wanted to have all that smoke outside when we're dealing with a respiratory condition. But as we're opening up back inside, and those permitted venues should and will be allowed to do so.
Okay.
So hookah's supposed to only be inside right now?
I believe so, unless the Department of Health changed the regulations in the first days of the pandemic. It was not allowed outside, and a lot of hookah bars were getting in trouble for that. But they said, how can we operate our businesses? We are a hookah lounge, and we need to sell hookah.
Right.
Otherwise, they'll just go to the restaurant next door. Why would they come here? So we heard a lot about that. I would have to get back to you to see if they changed it to allow for it outdoors. I don't know if Lilium knows, but we'll get back to you.
Yeah, let me know.
My understanding is that they're doing it, but I don't know if they can.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying anything, but
I'm not
answering that yet.
Ariel, 2 questions. Before pre-COVID, there was legislation, or there was petitions out there to change hookah policy, and who can have hookah and who can't, and what are and change the requirements. What's the update on that, if any?
Well, that's a Department of Health issue, so I can't speak fluently about it, but I do know that there was a window of opportunity for hookah businesses to apply for a permit, right? And when that window closed, it closed. And I know a lot of people felt a whole lot of different ways about it, and it did limit dramatically who could have it. The license could not be transferred. But my understanding is that it is what it was, right? There was a window of opportunity. There was a limited amount of licenses and permits available. Those that got it, and those that don't have it won't get it. I think they're really trying to minimize it. And I think it's a Department of Health issue. I don't think there were any other issues around it. I know there were council members for it, council members against it. And I think that there are some council members who today are looking to change it. I don't know if it's Reynoso or others, but you would probably, I could try to find out, or you probably know who they are. But I think for certain council members, the effort is still in motion, but I don't know if there's been any significant progress.
Okay. Has there been any talks within you guys in your office about cannabis and nightlife and how?
Damn, that was going to be my question.
Sorry, no.
That's
You
all
can ask,
good.
you know what? Erase it. Erase it.
No, you're good. You're good. No,
Go ahead,
cat's
Noble.
out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. She can answer this.
Well, interestingly, I think I'll be on NBC on Thursday. I don't know what time, talking about cannabis. The office, just like alcohol, right? The state liquor authority are the ones that govern and enforce around alcohol. The Cannabis Control Board, the CCB, will essentially be modeled off of the SLA, and there will be a similar process in all likelihood. All of the details have not been fleshed out yet, right? But it might look like a model of the community board process, then having the CCB versus the SLA. We see the potential of the Office of Nightlife being involved similarly to the way we are with liquor licensed establishments, helping them have the right guidance, information, supporting them and navigating them through the system, amplifying their needs to make sure they have a seat inside government where their voices can be heard. And, you know, we're waiting to see how this all plays out. There will probably be consumption lounges. The way it looks right now, consumption of alcohol and cannabis will not be at the same place at the same time. I think you got to read it. A lot of the things that there will be delivery, to my understanding, which was a point of concern, because that's the way it's always worked, and don't break it if it ain't broke. So, but I think that they're going to keep it as simple and as clean as possible, maybe keeping them separate, because you can't really assess cannabis and how that's going to work if you're intermingling it right away with alcohol. You won't be able to identify its own issues. So I think it's going to probably, I can't predict, but my guess is they're keeping it separate.
Okay.
To assess it.
That's very interesting.
Or keep it that way. I don't know.
Mariella, what do you say? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, Ariel.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, good. Well, you're welcome to reach out to me directly about MEND and about how we can work together. And this program was only launched in August, and many of you don't probably even know about it very well, because most businesses have been closed and it's been cold out.
Right.
So as you all know, probably shockingly, there's almost no complaints right now, except for probably the people who always complain.
Kids are riding their bikes too fast outside. Sorry.
You get
So
it.
in regards to nightlife anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really want this to work. We really want to decriminalize quality of life, right? This is about neighborhoods and neighbors and reestablishing relationships and reframing the way we complain and the way we see each other, right? Especially now. Maybe before COVID, it was what it was, but now this is life and death for the city. Can't just arbitrarily be shutting down businesses because their music is too loud. It's enough to fix.
This is also a massive criminal justice issue, which, you know, it's really interesting. Like, that this was started around August, because that's also around the same time that we shifted some of the funds from the NYPD. I would not be surprised if this was a part of that shift. No, it wasn't a part of that shift.
I've been working on this for years.
So they found the money from somewhere else then in the budget.
The money, the Oath, the Center for Creative Conflict Resolution within Oath was already funded. It was not a public facing program. It was doing mediation for office workers within the government, right? For within government mediation. And then when Joni Kletter became the new commissioner of Oath, and I went and spoke to her about her Creative Conflict Resolution Center, and she turned it public facing and used the existing funds.
Wow, interesting. Damn, so then where did all that NYPD money go, guys? Because I was gonna say, this is a hell of a thing to use it on. Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, but that would have been so perfect for this, because this is a massive criminal justice, issue. I love this mediation. This is so cool, man. I can't wait to look into this more and suggest it to everybody I know. This is awesome.
Now, we definitely have to have Ariel at the general meeting, because
We definitely have to have you at the general meeting.
you are so essential, your voice, and not only that, but you come with an official patch. So
Yeah.
when people hear you speak,
Yep.
they know you speak for the city.
Yep.
And that's hopefully that'll be enough. But we do have some rambunctious community citizens.
Every community board has, I feel.
Yes.
No, I think the part that is really compelling, besides all of the knowledge, that you have, Ariel, I think is that idea that like we're neighbors, right? So like if I choose to
Right.
live here, it would be great to want to go to the bar that is right down the
Yeah.
street from me, right? Like it's so much more convenient, actually.
Yep.
So it would be nice if we all got along, because it benefits me also, right? Not just because like I want you to have a good business, but also that you provide a service that it would be great if I could also use and take advantage of.
Yep.
And also, when you call 311 anonymously, and when you call and you have the police or someone else intervene in your conflict, you might be able to squash it for a minute. You might be able to get them to turn it down, but it's not going to resolve the core of the issue, which is the neighborly relationship, right? A lot of people I hear, we hear people are afraid to complain. They don't want the neighbors to know who they are. They don't want the businesses because they're afraid. And I just think that's crazy. I mean, I always make this sort of little joke that, I might have said it that day at the meeting. Back in the day when people used to complain, they would go down with a bat and then come up with a bottle of wine, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to somehow confront your neighbor and be like, you're driving me crazy. And then it's like, you're driving me crazy. And then it's like, listen, this is going to happen again. Here's my number. Here's a bottle of wine. Come down for dinner. And then when you walk back and forth from the deli or picking up your kids, you say hello. You
Yep.
don't go to the other side of the street.
Dan, come hang out in the Heights with us sometime, Lilium and Ariel. That'd be great.
Yes. Come to
We-
Dykeman Garden.
There.
We have a Dykeman Garden now.
Oh, lovely. Wonderful.
Yes. They
That's
blocked off the
nice.
street. No more worried about cars.
Oh yeah, that's right. We shut down the street. That's right.
Where
So,
Mama Juana is.
Across the street from there.
yes.
Yeah. It's
Right
all
where
shut down.
oh my God.
That little square.
Yeah, right where there's where the parking looks like a parking right in front of the
That's great.
businesses. Yeah.
Good stuff.
It'll
Good.
be a good magical summer as long as
Yeah.
we are all like working together.
Working together,
not
exactly.
against each other. We have
Exactly.
the community board people need to know, that with the way of the past is not going to help any of us in the future. We
Yep.
have to support each other. We have to.
Yes. Totally agree. Well, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so. Oh my! I learned so much in this last 10 minutes. Just I really have, and I can't wait to share it and let people know that these are options. These are real options.
Yep.
And please join us for the general meeting, please.
Invite us and feel free to reach out, if you want to talk about Mend a little more.
Will
Okay,
do.
absolutely. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Thank you, Lilium. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ariel.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Lillian,
Yes, I'm
take
here.
the best for last.
Yeah.
Can you please talk to us a little bit about the what you guys are working on and this application that some of our small businesses can take advantage of?
I'm gonna go really fast through this application that I did. Then I'm gonna talk about a little bit more about our services.
Okay.
So let me know. Host disable participant screen for sharing. Can you guys give me access to share my screen?
Ebenezer, por favor.
And Francisco, what part of the agenda is this one? Uptown restaurant impact from
She
COVID-19?
was,
Yes, what
yeah,
you
she
need,
was
you
part of
want me to
the
promote
meeting.
Lillian?
Got it.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
I cannot share my screen. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There. Share. Let me know when you guys see my screen.
We can see it.
You see my screen, that's great. So Restaurant Revitalization Fund is a fund from this U.S. Department of Business Administration. That's a federal agency. We are NYC Small Business Services. We are a city agency. We focus on career, businesses, and neighborhoods. As you may know, Department of Small Business Services, we help to unlock potential and create economic security for all New Yorkers by connecting New Yorkers to good jobs, stronger businesses, and building thriving neighborhoods across the 5 boroughs. How we do that? We do through our business solution centers that they are located through the city. We have 7 business solution centers in Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and we have 9 industrial providers also through the city. What we have, we offer business courses, incentive, training, legal assistance, financing assistance, navigating government, selling to government, NWB certifications, recruitment, and much other services, anything you can think about. And the financing side, what we focus is connecting right now, especially through the pandemic, we connect business with federal funding, state funding, and local funding. The local funding is the funds that we create, the city. So we create so far 4 funds. 1 loan, 1 grant. That was the first time SBA in March 2020. Then we get another one, the LMI storefront loan that was focused on the storefronts, and another grant that's just for interest related. That's what we focus on. So the Restaurant Revitalization Fund is a grant up to $10 million. The funds are very limited. That's why we urge people to apply like as fast as we can. The first 21 days, this grant, it will be open to socially disadvantaged. That's how SBA call it. The most important for this is based on the revenue loss through the pandemic that any business has. I mean, restaurants and the food service mainly. They can apply for this grant. It can be food trucks, food stand, brew pubs, like it depends. Tasting rooms, all of them can apply. The first 21 days, they're gonna give priority to veterans, women, Hispanic Americans, and Black Americans. So it's really important that everybody take advantage of it. Funds are so limited. And those 21 billions are for all the states, 51 states, so 52. So this is the documents they need to apply. Anybody that registered in 2019 or after, or in 2020 or in 2021, they can apply for this grant. They receive PPP, yes, they can apply. It's very easy, but they need to have all the documents in order, like taxes, AN number, like all the stuff they need to have it in order. If, for example, if you're a new business, you need to, the calculation is very simple. It's kind of like your expenses, because you don't have taxes. Let's say you registered in 2020, less than a year you still can apply for it, but you need to have your expenses and all other documents they ask for. It's very simple how they can apply for this. How people can apply, they can apply through a recognized POS system. And then also they can apply directly to the SBA website.gov or over the phone. Because we know how people have the challenge, like understanding like how they're going to calculate this, because they have to do it themselves. Like we have one webinars that we where we go step by step how to do this application, the calculation, everything. We also, the client can connect with an account manager in the center, in one of our business solution centers. So how can people connect with us? We have a hotline, SBS. This is the phone number, 888-727-4672. They can also register themselves, go to the link nyc.gov/financing. They're gonna put some detail about themselves, their business. Oh, I need help with getting a PPP. Oh, I need help to get in the a restaurant revitalization grant, or I need help to get in the SBO grant. That's how they call it. The grant for shorter venues from the SBA, or I need help with the IDEA loan, that's the economic injury disaster loan. So we assist them on that. Are any other funds available out there, or any other grant available that is not federal? We also connected with the New York Forward Loan, that's the state loan, and also loans that the city has or created and open. Or they can go 301. Also, in our website, there's a lot of resources in there. Our website is nyc.gov/business. We also create, besides connecting small business owners to these funds, we connect them. We have virtual consultations where you can like make sure your business is comply with all these regulations. Because right now, before the pandemic was complicated, now it's more complicated, right? So we have virtual consultations. We also have a team that we call Navigating Government, where they make you like, okay, I don't understand who I need to call if I have this complaint of noise or this issue with my bar. We connect them with the other agencies, or for example, with the nightlife team, or with that program that she was mentioning, like, okay, we can connect you with this. The point is to make it easy for the client and facilitate that interaction between rules and regulations from different agencies. What else we do? Through the pandemic, we also offer legal assistance, because right now, one of the main issues during this pandemic is the issue with the rent. So we offer pro bono consultations. We have different programs. Right now, that was the commissioner announced in that meeting that with these new funds that city is gonna have, they're gonna put more money into that program, which is great, and other programs that we have. So since the pandemic, we launched like 28 programs, I think. And loans and funding, we assist more than 5,000 clients and a total of $140 million in different type of funds, like state, federal, city, and any other philanthropic fund. That means like grants, for example, the Verizon, Facebook, all those grants that you see when the pandemic started or until now. Because the problem with those grants, usually they're very limited funding, all of them, because everybody's applying for loans, grants, everything that they can get hands on right now. So I'm gonna stop here. I also in this call, Juan is here on the call. Juan is the account manager from the Business Solution Center located in Washington Heights. He's one of our right hands in there. I'm Christian Damiba. I think he been a couple of times in this board. Also, I was before in the community board in this committee too, the business committee. I was 1 year. It was a really good experience. So, questions?
Juan Guzman's email for folks that would want to reach out from Washington Heights.
Yes.
Juan,
Hey, yeah, for sure. So hi guys, good evening. I actually know some of you guys know Wolves from my time. The short time, a period of time that I was in the board.
I was like, is that Juan Guzman from the board that I don't think I've met, but I know his name?
That is correct. But
cool.
Like Lillian mentioned, I'll share my email, which is very critical. I do understand the challenges the clients may be having when it comes to this application. Obviously, COVID have forced all of us to be technology savvy, and all of these grants and application are through, the computer. So I definitely can help assist with technical assistance for the clients when it comes to this application or any question. I mean, I'm the financial account manager for Washington Heights, the business solution. So most definitely guys can share, and I'll put my phone number too as well for my office.
Awesome. Oh, you're putting into chat. Even better.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't know that you could do that.
Oh, yeah, I did it to the chat.
Yeah. Something else. I'm gonna add also those links on the chat.
I'm not sure if you can access chat from the panel, though, is the thing.
Can you guys see it or no? Can you guys see the chat? No? Okay. So then I will email you. Who should I send to? Francisco? Then I'll send you my contact information then directly, and then you can share with the group.
Francisco, I'll leave a spot in the minutes to add it. That'll be the only thing you have to add. I'll do red X's.
I'll send it to you right now via email.
Just put me on it too, then I can just grab it.
Okay.
My email is nobles, like Barnes and Noble with an S,
Okay.
1983@gmail.com.
All right.
I'll put it in the minutes. Thank you.
Awesome.
I think I cannot paste it there. So,
Yeah, we got it. We're all set.
so the other thing is like, you guys please try to share in your website or with clients this information, how you can connect to the city. Because anything that a business owners can think like, okay, I need help with my credit. I need to find money. I need this permit. I need this license. I don't know where to start my business.
Mhm.
That's what we help with. I worked before with UMass. UMass is a good lender. And what we do, we connect with the lenders and we make it easy for the client to understand, okay, where do I go? Because I just have an idea to start this business.
Mhm.
You don't have taxes. If you don't have 2 years of taxes, that's when you go to a bank, but you need to have a good credit also. So we prepare the client for it, and we also find, okay, alternative lenders for them that are responsible. That's the main things we focus on.
So you help out starting out businesses too, like folks that don't even have a business yet. They're thinking
Exactly.
about one.
We help to
That's great.
start, operate, and grow businesses. You can come to a center with one idea, and we guide you through the whole thing. Like
Awesome.
everything.
Do you guys also help folks that want to do non-for-profit? Or is there
For nonprofits, there's a whole team different than us, not that big, but different, just for nonprofits. You go to nyc.gov/nonprofit, and then you put your contact information there, and somebody's gonna contact you, and they're gonna guide you how you set up a nonprofit, the fundraising part that is really important, and all that. In our side, what they can do is like developing a business idea that works. That's one of our courses. Then how you can put together like the business plan, projections, expenses, and then also a consultation with a lawyer to decide the business structure. Then the client can decide, okay, yeah, I want to move forward with a nonprofit, or I'm going to do a for-profit business, because you need to decide like where you're going.
And you guys, and legally as well, like what can they do legally, taxes, all that, you guys kind of help them with that?
Yeah, because that's a mixed combination. When you decide the business structure is based on which liability you have, but then you have to decide, okay, I want to do a corporation because what's the reason for it? Sometimes people have no idea. Sometimes people say, oh no, I want to do a LLC because my friend told me, but they don't understand the reason. And then the taxes responsibilities depends on what type of business structures you have. Like there's different rules on it, and it's kind of complicated. So you need to consult a lawyer, you need to consult an accountant, and then you take a decision.
Is this all underneath the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, or is this a different umbrella?
This is all the services they provide, I believe.
We are NYC Business Services, the city, right?
NYC Business Services. Okay.
The city.
Got
so in
it.
the city, there's a team, and we are only New York City have this. Believe me, I'm so proud of that. Always when I talk with my friends and my colleagues, only New York City have this.
Yep.
Where you go to a place and somebody's gonna guide you with your business and it's gonna connect you with everything. And right now, through this pandemic, we connect you with federal funds. Those federal funds are PPP for payroll, IDEO, that's for economic injury disaster that you can work for working capital. Those are loans. And then grants, any product from the SBA. But grants right now, they have the one for shorter venues, they call it. And the other grant is the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, which is the big one. And this grant is good, it's big, but it's very limited. So people need to rush to apply. And you guys have to spread the word and tell the community, because if not, then you guys will say, oh, but nobody get in Washington Heights.
It's first come, first serve, right?
Exactly.
Can I ask a question, Lillian? I think that I really appreciate your enthusiasm get us to share this. My question is, so far for the people and the businesses that have come and already used the services as the small business services, so maybe not specifically for the restaurant revitalization fund, but so how do they already know to go to you? I guess is like I'm just wondering, like, what are the channels that people who already know about this office use?
How?
Yeah.
I was in the office of Washington High 4 years, three and a half. And believe me, it's crazy. Like the city put a lot of money on social media. If you guys follow the city, because how many of you visit our website before?
I mean, I'm not a business owner.
Any
so.
of you?
I might have in the past. I used to run a business, so I might have in the past. I definitely use city help. The city definitely helped me, guide me through but I don't know if that was established yet. When does this start? When does this department start?
2005. I mean, the city agency, no, it has more than many years, more than 2030. The business solution centers, they started with Bloomberg 2005 or 6.
Got it. Yeah.
So
I probably
we have these centers for many years. And believe me, it's one of the jewels we have in New York, because many people, when they hear about it, they're like, wow, that doesn't exist. Other places, they have Chamber of Commerce, but chambers, they just promote.
Yeah.
But a place that the city connect you and help you and guide you, only New York City, only us.
Nice.
So,
wow.
How people find out about the centers? Usually by word of mouth. I did networking like crazy in Washington Heights for people to get to know that we exist in there. I remember because it was there, but only certain people know. And I remember I met a Venezuela, all that, to leave flyers in there. You guys should have flyers in there when it was in person. I remember at that point, especially, for example, the licensing committee, they have a lot of people on it all the time. Like mailing blast, like you guys should email all that. For example, today I sent you an email, Francisco, that I add you on it. Maybe you should give me all of you guys email too about all the courses in Spanish. Like, you guys can promote that, because that I know this community is a Latin community. So let's promote that. Like, you guys can go to these courses, like tell that to people, like Juan is here, Juan is the one in charge of most of those Spanish courses in the community. And we try to motivate people to do things like that. So yeah, we try to get them involved, but it's
so
not that easy.
Mr. Guzman. Is he there?
Go ahead, Francisco.
So you're there at the offices. What's the energy you're getting over there? Are people aware that you exist, that you're there, you're there to help? What do you see?
Well, we are. So two things is we're still working. Even though I'm in the office, we still have not gotten any clear to meet with clients. All of our clients, we're working with them remotely. So that's one thing that's still there until we get direction, obviously, from the city.
Until the mayor decide how we're gonna take clients on. But right now, all our services for all city agencies are remotely.
So obviously, I do work closely with the local community, with CLOF, with the Women's Chamber. So everybody knows, aware of the courses. I usually communicate them with me or my colleague Anna of the courses that we're presenting. Email blast, I do share with the BID, the Washington Heights BIDs, with Isidro. So we are there for the clients. We do understand there is a challenge out there when it comes to technology, when it comes to the language barrier. But we can, obviously we're working, with due diligence to connect the clients, because we understand that part. And obviously this might not be the right platform right now, but obviously at the end of the day, there's a need for financial literacy in our community. And that's something huge. So there's different factors that are there. But like just Lilia mentioned, our office, we are there to help clients. So they are aware of the services that we have. And obviously I'm more than willing to share on a monthly basis, the other things that are going on in terms of communicating. So I'll definitely share with you and the rest of the team.
Yeah, we've been really helpful. Like sometimes like you guys can maybe put in your website some resources for business owners, like these places how you can connect to the city or the courses, or when they have a legal assistant event, or when they have like a big NWB event, because it's good for the community. It's good for the community to get these resources and know, okay, I can try to access to these contracts or these funds. Because the challenge they have is getting the, access to capital, financial literacy. Those are the biggest challenges in the community. I'm saying only your city business right now.
Mr. Guzman, can you join us for the general meeting and kind of give us a talk of, what you guys offer? I would love it if you came at as many general meetings as possible and just keep putting it out there that you are there for the people.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I can be there for the next general meeting, and I'll introduce myself again to the services that we offer, and definitely share it with everybody.
Did you email me your stuff by any chance? 'Cause I haven't received it yet.
Oh, I did. As you said,
Nobles1983@gmail.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The other
All right.
thing would be really helpful to do is like when like I forgot. Sorry. It gonna come later. I have so many
That's
meetings.
okay. So we have the general meeting. That's great for Mr. Guzman. Lillian, is there any, do you guys help folks that are just self-employed, like photographers or dancers?
Any industry, any business structure or no business structure.
Okay.
Just have an idea of business. Believe me, I done it. I see them grow, and that's what we do. So anything you can think of, when you send it to us, you send it to our you send a client to good hands. Oh, that was what I have to say. If a client comes to you guys with an issue, with a question for a business, that's the right place to go. You can give them, hey, this is the hotline directly for SPS. You can connect this client with the business solutions that Juan is there. Or you can, okay, go to these links on the website, go directly to the city. That we probably gonna route to Juan, or if the person say, no, I don't wanna go to that center, I wanna be routed to Lower Manhattan, we route that person to Lower Manhattan. It's a client decision. But anything that you have no answer, we're gonna figure it out. Believe me, we have the answer for that in there.
Awesome.
So last thing, Lillian, in our community, we had about 14% of our businesses receive PPP help the first round. Can you kind of tell us why you think that is? Was there a lack of outreach, or was there a lack of business owners knowing that this was an option?
The PPP for the first round, the first round you're saying?
Yeah.
For the first round, they wasn't ready. I'm not talking about our community specifically. I'm talking about the whole city, I feel. Because depending on the, let's say, minorities, they were kind of disorganized. Entrepreneurs, most of the time, are really disorganized with the documents. What that means, no taxes. Credit, I don't even know my credit. So they were so disorganized that these programs take them by surprise. And then information, there was a lot of information out there. Maybe it didn't get to them, because when I talk to some especially Spanish speaking people, sometimes they're like, oh, I didn't apply to the first one, or I tried, but I never get it. They got lost in the process. And I was like, how? Like, how you didn't try to understand what happened? So in the second one, the challenges are different. The challenge on the second one is some business owners, they don't have the employees, because the employees, they say they're making more money, they're getting unemployment. And people got like, I don't know, like it's less application on the second one that we noticed in the whole city system. But it is challenged, the PPP. Another thing is a lot of misinformation. Like people think like, oh, I just apply and they're gonna give me the money. But when the SBA send them questions by email, people is not, they put somebody else to fill it out the application.
Mm.
You know, you never go back to those emails if you don't use an email.
Mhm.
So that happened a lot because I see it in many clients. They're like, oh, SBA never get back to me. I was like, do you check your inbox? Oh, no, I never check my email. Like things like that, we help to resolve. That's something else. Even that we are a city agency, we try to resolve all these issues with the SBA. And we try to work as close as we can with the district office for the SBA too. And help the clients assisting them with those
So,
issues.
so to piggyback on your question, Francisco, and a little bit of what Lillian said. So one of the things about this pandemic is that, at least in my view, that I have noticed is clients, especially small business owner, having the basic documentation ready. What do I mean by that? ID, an uninspired ID. Do I have my proper structure documentation? If I have an LLC, do I have the articles of organization? Do I have a copy of my tax ID? Do I have a relationship with the bank that I have, my account is right now? So these are different things that have come up. And obviously that's where some of the challenges has been itself. So a couple things have, come up, I think that we have all learned from this pandemic, but obviously is how do we restructure ourselves? How do our small business owner restructure with this new normal? So those are the big things that are coming ahead, especially in this is now that the city's opening back, this is going to be, the challenge, how those are going to restructure themselves with this new normal, and the behaviors just have to change a little bit as a small business owner.
Yes. Something else that I want to add that it take us by surprise. And I think everybody, if you have a business, and I see that I've been working with a small business for 13 years. Sometimes business owners, they have the money, but they're like, no, I put a payment plan for my taxes, right? So anybody was expecting this crazy pandemic. But then when the federal federal help came, they ask you, oh, if you have a payment plan, I'm not gonna give you the help. You cannot access me. If you owe me money, you cannot access. So anything that you owe to the IRS, it's an issue for you as a business owner. You cannot access to state, federal, even city funds. City funds, we try to make it easy, as soft as we can. And sometimes we're like, oh, it's in a payment plan, move it along. But now for federal assistance, like that was one of the things, like it was surprising for everybody, right? So, and I think it's a lesson learned for business owners right now. We create something is called the playbook. I'm gonna share it with you guys in another email. Please send me all of you guys email. I really want you guys to share this. We work with this with Deloitte. It's like how to reopen, reoperate, and thriving for New York City, kind of like navigate this new normal. It's really cool, good, really, really good document that we create. I bet that we're probably gonna do many assessments, like how things can switch and get better, and what we learn about this pandemic for our small businesses.
When you guys get to start doing in-person meetings with small business owners, please let us know. Just so the community knows that they can go in and have these conversations with people rather than, because some folks are just not tech savvy. Zoom is not the easiest thing.
No, that's why we have the phones. So if you have a person that say, no, I don't know computer, I don't use a computer, right? They use a phone. That's a good thing. Okay. So give them the hotline phone number, and every center, they have a phone number. I also, Juan, do you have that list with the centers, the emails, and the phone numbers? He's not. Juan, okay. If not, I'll try to share with you guys that.
Sorry, I do have it.
Yeah, let's share that with them, so you guys can share this. Also, if a person I don't use an email, okay, they can call an office. All our centers, they have a phone number, and the city have a hotline. Anybody can call there, and we're gonna take that call.
Okay.
And guide them.
Thank you. Nobles, Mariela, you guys have any other questions?
Okay. No, that was super robust. Thank you, Lilium. Thank you, Juan.
Thank you so much, Lilium and Juan.
I was talking so much, sorry.
No, it's perfect.
All of it. We need all of the information. Thank you. We will contact you guys because I think this kind of information is vital continuously.
Yeah.
If you guys are available, I would love you guys to come back.
Yeah.
Yes, please invite Juan
Definitely.
at the center all the time. When I have the time, I will do it.
Yes.
Please sign up. Encourage people to sign up for the newsletter that we have. You can choose because we have like 20 type of different newsletters, but they can choose, like pick and choose, because we try to be as up to date informed as we can from what's happening with businesses. And we put all that in our website and we send that information in our newsletters. So that's a good thing to have to be on.
Okay, we'll get on that immediately. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your evening, and we'll have you guys back. Thank you.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, Juan. Bye.
Bye, Juan.
Bye.
Bye, Benecer. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Okay, bye.
We at the time where it's a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, 8:20. Time is 8:27. Old business. New business. No. Oh well, Nobles. Any luck with the reach out?
None. These people don't exist, man. So it's
Maybe,
funny.
maybe small business. No.
I should have asked Lillian. She seems to know how to get in touch with everybody.
Yeah.
But no, dude. And it's funny. I had a good lunch with Sean Donovan, who's running for mayor, and I
Yeah.
told him about this idea, and he's like, "Dude, that's freaking genius." So if he actually wins, maybe we'll find the person that's actually responsible for this.
There's got to be somebody out there, man.
It's got to be someone responsible for the app. There's got to be. So I'm still looking. If I get in front of Gail Brewer or something like that, I'll ask her. I mean, maybe I'll poke Natalie or something again.
Well, I mean, let's try the journal meeting. Let's just really get on them because we mentioned it, but
Yeah.
the May, what is it? When the May 24th, we're just gonna hit on. Hey, no, we're not gonna continue until
There we
get
go.
an answer
Boycott.
to this. Yeah, because we keep, we mention it, but nothing really
Yeah.
gets done. So
They don't know about business development boycott. Yeah, no, I mean, Liz said that she might have an in. She hasn't gotten back to me on that. I'll see what's up. But yeah, the search continues.
Okay. So motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. I think I
Second.
have to do it. There we go. Second. All right, because I don't think the chair can.
Okay.
All right, cool. But I got you down for the second. No objection. All right. 8:28. I've already sent you the minutes, my friend. I didn't put the Juan's information in there. If you could just add that, that'd be great.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all.
Enjoy your evening.
Thanks a lot, Ebenezer. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Bye.